ABCD?
Well, before Kobe came to ABCD, his dad Joe and I had become close. Joe was recruiting one of my players. Joe was the assistant coach at LaSalle at the time, but he kept telling me about his kid. Every time, he had a chance to talk to me. So we were at ABCD one time, and he was there as looking at the camps. And I'm looking at the players. And he said to me, "Hey, Gary, can I get my son in camp next year?" I'm like, "I don't see why not. Let me go talk to Sonny." So I said, "Hey, Sonny, Joe Bryant wants his son to come to camp next year." He said, "Jelly Bean?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, my God, he played in my round ball way back when." I said, "Okay." So the following spring, we were playing at events. And we were playing this one particular event called War in the Woods. It was in South Jersey. You went down South Jersey. It's like you were going in the middle of nowhere. All of a sudden, you made a left in the woods. You kept driving for like a quarter mile in the woods. And all of a sudden, the place opened up. The courts were outside. The guy had 3 courts outside. So we were playing in a tournament outside cement. These days, these kids think like, what are they talking about? They were playing outside?
Right.
Yeah, we were playing outside. That's where we was at. Okay? And we're the Panthers. So we're that team. And we're just balling. And we were finished playing. Then Joe would say, "Gary, come over and see my son's team play." So Kobe was playing for a team called San Ryan's, at that time. Kobe would make a shot. Joe would hit me in my ribs, say, "Did you see that shot?" "Yeah, man, I saw the shot." Kobe running out court looking at me. "Mr. Charles, you see that shot?" "Yeah, Kobe, I saw it." "Come down." Boom, dunk. I get another hit. You see that dunk, Gary?" "Yeah, I saw that dunk, man." "Kobe, come down. You see that dunk?" "What the hell is this?" So that's the way they were at that time. Kobe didn't fear anything.
Right.
He was that guy. And then, of course, I went to Sonny and said, "This is a no-brainer." Kobe come to ABCD, and the rest is history. He just turns it out at that particular time. So at some point, Joe tells me, "Do you think my son has a chance to get to the league?" And that's what started the process of him and I starting to talk on a regular basis about that, to the point where I would drive out there and then he would drive to my house. Because again, before cell phones, y'all,
Right.
So if you get somebody at home, you just didn't get them. Okay? So
Right.
we had
You
to
gotta leave a message, man.
Yeah, you gotta leave a message. That type of thing. Matter of fact, he drove to my house one time. I forgot we had a meeting. I didn't find out for 2 weeks. He said, "Yo, man, you went home." Okay, I said, "Damn it, my bad, man. I forgot about that." So, but yeah, man, that's and that's what started Sonny to move into New York. People thought Sonny was moving for Lamar and Felipe. We wanted people to think that it was for Kobe, because now we started to go to Kobe every week. All right, that's what that was for.
Okay, nice. And then talk about the climb of Tracy McGrady at the ABCD camp.
Man, so I'll tell you what's crazy about that. So Lamar Odom comes in. He's the #1 guy. Now, for those who knows Lamar's a laid-back type of kid. He's a happy-go-lucky guy. That's Lamar. Lamar had a $1 million smile. That's just who he was. But he had a game. So Tracy, no one really knew Tracy, but his grassroots coach asked Sonny if he could put Tracy into the camp. All right? He was down in Florida. And Sonny wasn't sure. But then Sonny got a call from the high school coach down there and said, "I don't want you to take Tracy McGrady. He's got some issues." But Pam, how about this? True story now. Pam Vaccaro said to Sonny, "No one's going to tell us what to do in our camp. He's in the camp." All right? Pam's powerful, for the record, all right? Very powerful.
Okay.
Tracy's in the camp. When Tracy comes in the camp, one of the first games against Lamar, he puts on a show. And people asked Lamar, "Do you know who this kid was?" He said, "No, but shit, he just told me who he was, though. I'm going to know his name now." Now, for a day or two, I kept seeing it. At least I thought I was seeing it. Because I kept seeing these two guys, but their numbers were different. I couldn't understand it. And then at some point, I decided to look in the book to see who this kid was. And I realized I was looking at two different kids. Because the other kid was, I don't know if you remember him, was a kid by the name of Stormile Swift. Okay?
Yes.
Stormile Swift was built just like Tracy. Stormile ended up going to the league. Stormile was unbelievable talent. And I'm like, God, I knew I wasn't seeing double. It was two different guys. But because Tracy was dunking, just flying all over the place, and Tracy was just unbelievable. And he had one of the most unbelievable dunks you ever want to see. Now, people think that was the number one dunk of all time at ABCD, but it wasn't, all right, because I'm the historian for ABCD. It was number two. Tracy hates it when I say that, okay? But I said, Tracy, you're number two behind Stephon. Now, Kobe was still upset by that, too, because Kobe had a dunk, but he was number three. So, Kobe really hated that when I told him that.
Right.
Third best. Oh, he would still kill me about that one. But, yeah. But that was Tracy, though. And that was the coming out of Tracy McGrady. And he never forgot that. To this day, we're as close as ever. Tracy and I, and Tracy and Sonny. And what people don't know is that's probably Sonny's favorite player of all time, Tracy McGrady.
Okay. That's crazy. All the players that he's seen before.
Tracy McGrady.
So my other story that I got to know about is you got to tell me about Lenny Cook coming to ABCD as the number one player in the country as a senior. And then this kid from Akron, Ohio comes in and he shows out.
Man. So there's a lot I can tell you about Lenny. Because Lenny had been playing with us for 2 years. Mm-hmm. But it's funny, right before ABCD that year, it was actually, that particular year, we decided to part companies. Mm-hmm. And part of the reason was that I had some other guys who I thought were pretty good. And I just didn't want to deal with Lenny's stuff anymore. So understand that, how about this? The year before, Lenny Cook was the most outstanding player at ABCD. The year before. Mm-hmm. So now, that year, when Lenny was doing his thing, this young man came to me that was working for me at the camp. He was one of our camp counselors. His name was Maverick Carter, LeBron's main guy. Mm-hmm. And Maverick kept telling me, yo, Gee, man, I'm telling you, man, my cousin, he's special. And I'm like, Maverick, what in the hell could you be talking about some goddamn kid in Akron, Ohio? I'm not trying to hear you. He said, Gee, I'm telling you, he's good. I said, okay. So the kid comes the following year. So I'm watching him. I'm like, wow, okay. So every year we would obviously set up some great matchup. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, Gary the Caesar was the guy who set up the schedule, and made sure everything worked. Gary did a great job organizing the schedule for the camp. And we had a way of staggering the games to make sure that was the game to watch. I'll never forget Sonny coming over, sitting next to me like he always did. He said, which court? And I'm pointed to the right of me. So Sonny always sat to my left or something to my right. But anyway, he's sitting to my left. The game gets started. And to me, the biggest moment was right in the beginning. All right? That was Lenny Cook came down. He dribbled through his legs maybe 7 times. Pap, 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 pap. Bam! And hits the jumper. The place goes crazy. It's New York. It's New York, New Jersey. Of course, you're rooting for Lenny. Place is going crazy, LeBron comes down. What would a kid from New York, what would he typically do after somebody just scored on him? What would he do?
Go right back at him.
Right back at him, right? Not LeBron. LeBron came down and saw open man, boom, and gave him the pass, the right pass. And I looked at Sonny and I said, uh-oh. Because to me at that point, I knew this kid was special. Because he wasn't getting caught up. He was going to play the game that was supposed to be played. By the time the game was over, I think Lenny hits a foul shot to put him up by 2. LeBron comes down. He nails a 3 at the buzzer to win the game. I looked at Sonny. He looked at me. Our eyelid went up because that was our signal to say, we got one.
Right.
Next one. Got one. Okay? And what's crazy is that was the hierarchy a LeBron, and Lenny went downhill after that. So
Right.